Larkspur is a town located in Marin County in Northern California. It is known for its beautiful scenery, its great schools, and its close proximity to San Francisco. Larkspur was founded in 1887 by Charles W. Wright. It became a popular destination for residents of San Francisco to escape urban life and go hunting and fishing. Larkspur is very proud of and passionate about its history. It was even listed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1982, because it still had the ambience of a small California town in the 1900 to 1930s era. To get a feel for the area, I'd like to show you my street. I technically grew up in Larkspur's twin city, Corte Madera, but I live basically on the Larkspur border, so I experienced Larkspur way more growing up. It's a very nice neighborhood. The houses are kept up well, the streets are clean, and everybody's very friendly. Because Larkspur is known for its good school system, lots of young families move here. This is my house. My parents bought it in 1997 for $292,500. It is around 925 square feet with a front and backyard and a 2-car garage. I'm curious to know how much you think my house would go for nowadays. I'll give you a few seconds to think. Shocking as it may be, Zillow now estimates my house to go for $1,158,700. This is because Northern California, and Marin County specifically, is one of the most expensive places to live in the country. The median income of Larkspur residents is around $135,260, and the median home price is around $1,934,000. Larkspur's population is around 12,972 according to the latest census data. Of that population, 79.9% is white, 1.6% is black, 5.3% is Asian, 8.7% is Hispanic, 0.3% is Native American, and 3.7% are 2 or more races. The political climate is mostly liberal, though it's a running joke that it's easier to come out of the closet than it is to be Republican here. What was growing up in Marin County like?
In the 70s and 80s, it was not bougie. There were some parts of it that were bougie, but where we lived was a very typical middle-class neighborhood. And we had free run of the streets and the medians and rode our bikes everywhere and trick-or-treated and had friends on the street and had freedom to roam around. And we had school buses, and our parents just packed us with a lunch when we left in the morning, and we came back and hung out with our friends. That was my experience. It was very free and very safe and very white. And I didn't realize it was white because I didn't know anything else. But looking back, it was very white, and it was a nice place to grow up. Very nice place to grow up.
What are the biggest things that you think have changed about Marin over time?
Money. It's just gotten, it's the same amount of diversity, which is to say barely any, and lots of influx of money. People are more rude, they're less generous, they're less relaxed, they're more entitled. The housing market is ridiculous. You can't afford to get in. We could never afford to move there now. And the people are definitely not as nice. The retail locations are not for working people. Most of the downtown little spots are way too expensive. The restaurants are expensive. It's just gotten super bougie and super high end, and which is hard. Makes diversity difficult and makes socioeconomic diversity really difficult. Like, you don't have working people living next door. You have hedge fund managers living next door, people that you can't really relate with.
What did you notice the most moving to Marin County compared to other places you'd lived?
I grew up in the suburbs in another state. Marin County is interesting because, at least compared to where I grew up, a much lower percentage of the people are from here. Where I grew up, the vast majority, I don't know for sure how many, but let's say, over 80% sure the people are from there. Like they were born there, they grew up there, and whatever. Whereas Marin, kind of like an extension of San Francisco, is a very kind of cosmopolitan place, for lack of a better word. It's like, I don't know the real number, but I would say at least half of the people, if not maybe even more, are from somewhere else, right? They moved here, they chose to come here for a reason.
For all the flaws and beauty that Larkspur has, I'm really happy to be from there and that I was able to grow up there.